Welcome back to Ground of Aces, episode number 13. We enter with a heavy fighter interception successful mission, so those 4 planes will be returning here shortly. Supply is good. We've been holding up well against the raids, which now seem to be the maximum that they are going to be. It does not seem to be related to the tier of the runway. It does appear that it might be a bit more just a function of time, and we had been far enough ahead of the curve that it was easy for a while, and then we weren't that far ahead of the curve and things got tough. It continued to get tougher as we just caught up, and we're ahead of it now. But I think one area we could still do with getting better, as we took a lot of damage to those 4 planes. They all succeeded and they all returned, but they are all going to need some repairs. However, anyway, I think an additional short-term project that I'd like to do to strengthen our defenses is to get 2 more AA guns placed around the airbase here somewhere, and to take those 2 guns and be able to employ them with crew, which means at least I'd say like 4 more ground crew members, and then at least 1 more air crew, like gunner, navigator, to then man those guns, which means we also need 6 more beds. So that'll be a good start point there. We'd already added some, but we'll want to bring in the next little sequence to finish things off in here. We are going to need more chairs beyond what we added to do that. So let's go ahead and finish filling out this barracks, and it's probably the last one we're going to need, I would think. And actually, now that I think about it, probably not the last one. We're going to end up needing 1 more, because ultimately we're going to want to increase the number of air crews as well, not just by 1, but by many. Realistically, we could start looking into the ground crew additions right away. So let's take a look at that one. We have field mechanic, field engineer, and another field mechanic. How about we take 1 mechanic and 1 engineer? The other part was addition of chairs, and I think proximity here is going to be useful for that, as we have some of our items in there that are used to recover energy, which of course morale's really high, so we're doing fine on that part. Let's make another row of chairs out here. 8 beds, 8 chairs. That should add up, keep us on top of things. Meanwhile, the other active projects, we are working on our hangar roofs, and that'll give us full protection for these 3 bombers from air raids. And then we're also working on getting started on another storage area that's actually going to be a hangar, and that's tier 3. Our tier 3 materials here are kind of right beyond capacity. There's a few things hanging around outside. Next mission coming in behind enemy lines. It's a dangerous one. A good amount of transport needed, and I do feel like it's got to be about, that's only a 70%. That's wow, look at that Sterling. 6790, but it's only 60%. Wonder if we have something. How good is the bow fighter? It's got to be the Hampton. This is rough. It's not going to get destroyed though. Not going to get destroyed. It will come back. Speaking of, let's make sure those repairs have been carried out. Not this one. I think there's a certain threshold before it just kind of automatically kicks in. Also a reminder, we have already extended all the way to a tier 4 airstrip now, and we've gone as far south as we can because the terrain is changing here, and we cannot manipulate that, even though that would be really easy to flatten out in real life. At least I've not figured out a way to do that, so we have to extend this way to get to that tier 5. And I might do it in stages. I might do like 3 at a time, knowing that it'll be kind of 1 row across and it wouldn't take them very long. As we have seen too many times that all of these planes end up not wanting to utilize it and kind of travel the wrong way on us. So what we're going to be looking for here is small incremental gains until we eventually get it to that tier 5. But there's too much right now that's requiring a lot of steel. So I want to lower that requirement a little bit before we begin to bother with extending that runway. And here they come. We are getting a mission. I'm not going to worry about the mission. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do our scramble first. We are one Hampton on mission, so we're fine. The new mission is again more bomber type or a special, so it's also fine. So fighter, multi-role, except for that one, full on attack. They're throwing everything at us. We'll get everything in the sky. Let's hope we come out of this thing in one piece. We will order an AA gun here in a few days, but not at this particular moment. Both runways are in use. Yes, they are. That is good. That's everybody in the sky. That mission succeeds barely. Slow down. It's almost that time. Let's also go ahead and go for the column supply drop. Wow, that Sterling can nearly do it himself. 89%. Does he need help? Let's see. Hampton puts it at 92. We'll take that, I guess. Whoa, nice job. We do not lose a single plane. We scrambled 10. We took out 6. Took out 6, including 1 dive bomber and 1 full-on bomber and 4 of the fighters protecting them. That is still quite the group coming at us, but 3 are already damaged. Let's see what direction they are coming in from. We have very much cut down quite a few. Okay, they're coming in. One's already been shot out. There it is, northeast. Okay, we took out all the fighters. Don't think they... No, we did take a little damage. But the heavy bombers all got taken out without anybody making it through. Oh, bad timing for you. Whoa! No, 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 no! Oh, there goes one. One dive bomber did make it all the way through. And that is huge. It's the first time we've used him. And he's smoking. Alright, well, we can lower the alarm. Obviously, not a perfect ending on this one. But, grand scheme of things, no one's going to be dead from this, and cleanup will not be severe. It'll take a little bit of time, but it's not a major setback. It's very much a minor setback. Double check the crew list though, make sure that no one died in the process. No, just the one dive bomber that just barely made it through, dropped his load moments before we shot him down. Which of course, IRL, you shoot him down at that moment, also he's going to crash in and it's going to have the same impact. Alright, into the morning. Leisure period. Now they begin the work as we get a successful mission there quite comfortably. Light fighter interception. Nobody is yet heading into the cleanup phase. Ooh, this looks like an easy one. The new Spitfire gives me a 98% chance. There we go. Now the cleanup begins. Cleanup removal. Nearly there. Suddenly we have not enough beds. We will replace that very soon. That Spitfire succeeds. Is this really okay here? Well, we're close enough on the mission being complete there. Or cleanup being complete. So floor. Wall. And let's also double check here on how are we looking on the new beds. They'll be done soon enough. This is an inefficient setup that we did start to fix, but okay, we already got ourselves back to enough beds on the construction of beds in this lower barracks, and of course the reconstruction here will not take long. We will be fine. That hangar roof is halfway there on the delivery. The extension of this farm is finally complete. This one, not yet. Very slow going on that particular project. Food slowly decreasing, and of course as we bring in more humans, that's going to become ever more important. But more food, and we can easily start using supply to help us out with that process. Another check on all the planes, make sure everything's good. In terms of repair parts, we've got 81. Really getting comfortable in so many different areas right now. Fuel is also, fuel's good, 208. And there's the week come to an end with 10 successful missions. So what did I want to do here? That's a lot of options, and that's very much a big reset. We have moved into a new tier with that sea air base, and we carry 6. We wanted to bring in an AA gun. Do I want to bring in both right now, or one per week? I think one per week makes more sense. We'll do that over a 2-week period. More food rations will obviously help with the food part, and yes, that's a logical set of items. All right, we've had delivery. The chairs are done. Wow, that is done already, except for the last floor piece, and it's assigned to somebody right now. A lot of this is done. That all happened pretty quickly. I'm trying to find our AA gun. There she is. So where do we want to put her? We got 2 here. Do we want to extend further to the west? I think we might need to expand down here a bit. We don't have any, or maybe an overlapping one that's like down here, covering a little more to the south. Yes. First hangar roof is going to be done here fairly soon. Light bomber interception. 99%. 1 Spitfire. Another mission. Definitely a bombing run. Ooh, that's still only 84. That's because it's a dangerous mission. Collectively, they have more than enough. No chance of coming home. Or not coming home, that is. Okay, the Spitfire mission's a success. Taken the long way. They land here, and then they go all the way around and around and around when there's a short distance right here. What if we take out those trees? We're going to need wood, more wood eventually anyway. I hope that they'll take to going this way without those trees there. Oh, mission failed. Mission failed. They took a lot of damage as well. Oh, that's getting cleaned out quick. I mean, I'm sped up obviously, but small troop transport. I wonder if our Lysander and Bowfighter. 92%. I will take that. Alright, hopefully this now gives us a clear path to go this way. And that mission failed as well. Are you kidding me? That's 2 in a row. This roof is done. Barracks expansion is complete. This recovery is complete. Those chairs are complete. So all of this mini project / recovery is 100% done. With 1 hangar roof done, which kind of turn our attention to where we're at on the other 2, which is a long ways to go. And they haven't gotten very far with this one yet. Alright, let's take our weakened Spitfires. There's a 99% chance from 2 of them. We are spending a lot of time standing around right now. I think that's probably because of an iron shortage. We only have so much to do while we're waiting on that. Let's take the next mission. Supply drop. 80%. More than enough coverage. It's just about the danger. And there is a chance that they don't come home. Risky business. I think we're ready to take on whatever my next project is, as these couple of projects are only getting us so far right now, which means probably another parking space. So what can we do, or what would we like to target next? Avro Lancaster tier 4 is pretty strong bomber and good transport vehicle. And a massive crew. Holy cow. I think I would like to bring in some of these specials. Like, what do we got? Seems like a recon vehicle, though it's got a gunner. While the Flamingo is really good for the transport stuff, and it's definitely stealthier than the other ones. And this is one of those missions we have had a harder time with. I think maybe this needs to be our next one. So it's a medium-sized plot and tier 3. So I'm thinking medium-sized plot probably puts us right over here. Yeah, I could work with that. I can work with that. One space over like that. Not too bad. A little harvest needs to happen there, but and we're only set to use 3 here momentarily. And yes, there we go. Hey, it worked. Cleared out those trees. They are now taking the short route. Another raid. Another raid. It's only been a day, maybe 2. Whew. Okay, well, it's a Hampton on mission and a Sterling on mission. That Hampton, though, has 3 AA gunners. Maybe they will be back in time. It's another full-on, full-blown 100% raid. So get those multi-rolls, except for that bow fighter. You want the multi-rolls because it includes the Tempests. I don't know if this Lysander is one that I want. I'll have to look at it again. Boy, that Hampton needs to be repaired. So does that one. This guy's just got back from mission. Bow fighter. This Spitfire is a little weak. Hopefully he doesn't take too much damage today. Alright, well, let's scramble. We can also retroactively queue these guys up. Not sure why those weren't being handled automatically. But we do have 1 AA gun currently unmanned. And the new one is constructed. We did bring in 2 brand new crew members that should be able to, yeah, there we go, and this gun. And here is the other new plane we brought in. We could start doubling up on these guys. So we actually have the next AA gun covered already. That's this crew. Oh, that means one of them's in the sky right now, but that's okay. We lost a plane. We lost a plane, but took out 6. Replacing the plane is not the hardest thing in the world. 12. 12 are through. But we took out a third of them. And they're coming from the northwest. And wow, those fighters did some damage. We lost the roof. But these guys aren't. They don't seem to have a chance. We've got the north covered pretty well. Here comes a dive bomb. Oh, wow, that was close. And that dive bomber almost got through. Alright. We're good. 1 roof to replace. That's it. No wall sections. By 1. By 1. They are coming back, though. There was the danger that both of those could fail to make it back. We are having a rough week, though. That's like 3 failed missions this week. We might not get a supply. Definitely a minor setback is all on that one. We're not quite halfway. Let me get this guy queued up to be repaired if it'll let me. No, he's still on the move. I just failed a mission, or failed to start a mission. I was distracted with the raid. How goes the cleanup? Just getting started. Training facility, bombing run. Only slightly dangerous, should be a fairly easy mission. Does look like it's going to take a couple. I need to choose planes that are in good shape. Take a, like a Tempest. 92%. Oh, I like that. Okay. Alright, first stage of the cleanup's done. It's all been kind of piled together. Now they're just moving the piles. That'll be done tomorrow. And so will the roof tent. Short recovery time on that one. We did get past halfway on that hangar. Okay, that parking spot's ready. Let's go ahead and order the Flamingo. Good transport plane. Good for those birthday missions. Good for those birthday missions, I say, as that pops up. It does have a higher end kind of max, and it's, yeah, 95%. We have not had 95% on those. It's definitely more agile, and of course that crew is largely untrained right now. Oh, the plane we lost was a Mustang. We lost a Mustang, huh? Let's replace that one with a like for like. Easily a success. I think that was a good addition to our fleet. Rainy recon mission should be an easy enough one. Just a 30 to top out. Lysander's the main plane for this. Easy 99%er. I do like that we're able to start specializing here a bit. It's making a big difference on some of these missions and definitely making them easier. And that extra AA gun, of course, is already fully manned, and I think we can handle another one here soon enough. I think one of the only directions I'm still having a little bit of trouble with is entries from the west. So I think our next AA gun is definitely going to kind of push us out a little bit further to the west out here. We're still in the more planes possible realm here. We are currently 7 away from maxing out. 7 away from maxing out. Okay. And we definitely want to start looking into tier 4, tier 5 more frequently. And what do we want? I think one Lysander is fine. I don't need another. Did we get the Lancaster? No, not yet. We have not gotten a Lancaster. Good bombing strength. Definitely would be a good addition for us. But we kind of go straight into this is going to be the rest of those slots. A couple Boeings and like 5 Gloucester Meteors over time. That's the goal. That's the dream. That's all 12s. So we'll definitely save up for that. And I think I do want to do that first little push here. But look how slow this is all coming. We could always prioritize. So what we're going to want to do is the airstrip, and we want to grow by 1, 2, 3. That's going to happen all at once. +3 does not get us anywhere near that tier 5 though. Okay, this is a 70, 99%. Good. Deliveries begin. So a good number of them are prioritizing this extension. Okay, apparently they're going 2 by 3. We'll have to make it 4 next time. Meanwhile, second hangar roof very close to done. I think if we get to 12 before, right, I think we put a medium parking space in here. Actually, hold on. What is... The Boeing is going to use the tier 3. She's huge. The Lancaster, tier 3. Okay. Tier 3 either way. So we're going to want to squeeze in some tier 3 runway spots, and actually maybe the first one comes right out here. Probably put a couple of them back to back right here and throw a hanger around them before too long. Finish. There we go. All right. Runway extension, short as it is, complete. Whoa, there's our first strike. There is our first strike. We did 9 missions. We only needed to do 6, but we only succeeded on 2/3 of them. We failed 3 times over this stretch, which just missed the requirement. So we are going to get a smaller shipment this time, which will include the 1 AA gun that I'm looking for. But we still have the food rations, the repair kits, the fuel, all of it. Food stocks do continue to get a little bit lower. Now let's go ahead and get the AA gun placed out here with overlap. City bombing run. Ooh, heavy, dangerous mission and a 160. This looks like it might take our whole fleet of bombers, or close to it. 3 Hamptons can handle it. Second roof complete. Third one, quarter of the way. It's also time to extend again a little bit further. We'll go +4 this time. I have to sit through the night with the runway incomplete. That's not what I wanted. Definitely would have saved that for the morning if I realized where we were timing wise. Okay, recon. That's only 76 because it's dangerous, but that's the least. Yeah, that's the plane you send. That is 100% the plane you send. Least recognizable plane. Okay, success on the bombing run. And that's a success as well. Good. Which, unlike some of the other times, the runway does seem to be functioning properly this time. Pilot competition. 4250. Jeffrey Flynn, been around the longest, 83% chance of winning. He's just getting better and better. And he wins quite comfortably this time around. And now the deliveries are beginning here because the deliveries were done up there. They just needed to construct. And there we go. Airstrip extended a little bit further. End of the day. That AA gun not quite done yet. We can already assign people though. So we can assign the navigator, the bomb aimer, and the radio operator, I guess. There is one left over. Did I ever refill this spot? Yes, I did. Or it automatically did at some stage anyway. All of our AA crew seem to be full, along with our spotlight. Might add another one of those here at some stage. And with crew already assigned, this AA gun is ready. So we've been able to push out the defenses in almost every direction now. Large troop transport. We're sitting on 10 victory points. It's very soon we're going to need to do something about our next phase. And I don't know which one's going to end up happening quicker. 99% from 2 Hamptons. As yeah, that 11th victory point's coming very soon. We need a very large parking spot. I think now's a good time to do it. Oh, here they come. Here they come. As per every time now, it's a maximum group. Everything but the boat fighter. 2 on mission. They are going to impact the runway here a little bit longer, and they do impact 3 crew members each on AA guns. So we are going to be a little bit light right now. This one could be a problem. We're getting delays on those 2 planes taking off and the absence of a couple guns. Well done. No planes lost. They took out another 6, including 4 dive bombers. Love that part. Now there's only two dive bombers coming at us, so that phase should be pretty easy. 5 heavy bombers, but 2 of them are damaged, means we've got a very good chance as long as they come in from the right angle and those guns are covered. The one concern is 6 fighters. They might slip through. It's coming through. Hey! Wow, that did not want to slow down. And our defenses did nothing. This AA gun was totally unmanned, and that was the direction they came in from. 2 dive bombers made it through. They have destroyed most of the resources here. They destroyed some of the workstations here. And wow, that is the worst damage we've taken in a long time. Long time. And of course, it wouldn't slow down as I was trying to at least observe what was going on. Good thing we've got 11 victory points. We might need it right now. But no AA guns in that exact location. So, is there any bodies? Well, there's one. Neville, Cheshire crew member, field engineer, has perished in the attack. Anybody else? A pilot, asleep in bed. A second pilot, asleep in bed. And the field engineer. We're going to have some recovery this time around. It's not going to be the biggest of setbacks, as we're far enough along now and we have more crew members than we've had previously, so they're going to be able to recover more quickly. But that one hurt. The unmanned AA gun in particular is what allowed a good chunk of what just happened to transpire. Our planes in the air did a fantastic job in the scramble. The crews on the ground, not their best day. And now we're short three bodies. That's going to take a little time. It's definitely going to be a recovery. Looks like we lost a lot of chairs as well. Some couches. That was our rest and relaxation, our R&R station. Will have to be rebuilt. So yeah, that one did hurt. Just a bit. That is going to do it for this episode, though. We lost quite a few Tier 1 resources in that. We still have a good amount of food and seed, as that was all up above. But the rest of those tier 1 resources, the sand, the clay, a good amount of the wood, were destroyed. So little gathering will need to happen there. All in all, though, that's the least worrisome of the losses you could take. So we'll be all right. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.